What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Leafs Chatter. Leafs lose 4-3 against the New York Islanders. I mean, we'll wait. I think you want to wait until closer to the end because that's when I'm going to be discussing Rielly. So even if you want to skip to that part, you're more than welcome to. It's going to be, I'm going to get into it. Just you wait. So Leafs lose. Overall, I thought the first period, I thought we played good the first two periods. I honestly thought we played great. First two periods, I thought were good. Um, Took our foot off the gas in the second. As you can see, we were outshot 10-3. All right, that's no good. And then in overtime, they had two shots. We had zero. We had some chances though. We had some chances. Matthews had an opportunity to put it away. Him and Robertson, him and Nyes, who pretty much whoever they put on there with Matthews was doing pretty damn good. I thought they were doing pretty solid. So not going to get into Matthews. He had a great game. I think majority of the team had a really great game. I thought the first line with Matthews was really good. I thought the second line with Johnny wasn't that good tonight. Maybe it was just because Johnny was turning me off a little bit, but I didn't like the second line that much. Apart from Robertson, I think Robertson was on the third line actually tonight. I loved him. Waugh, and I don't know who else was on the. Cowan, solid. I thought the fourth line. I thought the fourth line was decent tonight. Again, I don't like Yarncroke, but I think Scotty and Lawrence had a pretty decent game. They played really good in the first period. Like first period was by far their best period. I'm not saying they were horrible the second and third period. They still generated chances. The first period though, they were probably our best line, in my opinion. That first period. But at the end of the day, it's not about the fourth line. It's about the first, second, usually, and I guess the third too. But like they weren't negatives, they weren't minuses, so I'm not upset about that. Scotty Lawton wasn't a minus, but I think the main thing we have to talk about is Rielly, which we'll save to the end, because he did not have a good game. That guy had the worst game I think I've ever seen. Not to say that his other games were better. They were fucking bad. This one was horrible. 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 I don't even know what to say. Like just thinking about it is making me slur my words. I can't even talk right now. But let's go into the game though. So Pellick had a good goal at the start. Johnny T wasn't boxing him out enough, in my opinion. He should have done better. Or it was Drouin. Drouin wasn't boxing out enough. He wasn't boxing him out. Drouin was able to screen our goalie, and the shot from the point got passed. I'm not blaming Wall for that. But then Matthew comes back with a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Schaefer got a goal later on that looked exactly like it. Beautiful goal for Matthews to tie the record for Matt Sundin at 420 goals. And then he beats the record a little bit later on a nice pass from Bobby McMahon. Matthews wires at home. He's looking awesome. I honestly thought he was going to get the hat trick in overtime. Obviously, he didn't, but he was looking good in that second period. Schaefer scores. Kid's amazing, man. This kid's fucking unreal. Pretty much the same way Matthews did. He got past. I think it was Rielly, and he got past and he scored. And let's call it as it is. Rielly was on the ice for every single goal, every goal. Next up, sorry, we'll go to Robertson. Robertson had a great work by Cowan. I know it was on him. I was on him a lot the past couple games, but he did pretty decent on the boards there. He did make a ton of turnovers, I will say. Still think he should be in the minors, but got the puck, passed it to, or it got through to Waugh. Waugh made a great pass. He's looking insane, Nick Waugh. Made a great pass to Robertson. It was literally on Robertson's stick for like not even a second, and he already wristed it home or he slapped it home. He was awesome. I've only good things to say about Robertson, but he only had 12 minutes of ice time. Chiefs got to do something about that. Like that's crazy. You're giving him 12 minutes of ice time. You're giving Johnny T fucking 20 or whatever the hell he had. We'll look into it after, but that's all I'm saying. Like play him more. He's playing good. Play him more. Then Heineman, again, if you look at the goal, it was the first line. The first line, unfortunately, they didn't do good in the defensive end. But again, Rielly's on the ice for that goal. He was on the ice even for the pellet goal. He was in front of the net and did nothing. But with Heineman's goal, no one was there in the shooting lane. So the puck fucking goes right through. He wires it. Similar to the other Matthews goal. Where it's just a cross ice pass and fucking wires it home. And then the overtime goal. I thought we generated some chances in overtime, like I said, but Schaefer, dude's dude's solid. Heineman ends up going. I think it was actually. It was. I think it was. No, it was Barzell. Barzell gets in there, and fucking Nyes has him. So Nyes has Barzell. He enters in the zone. Nyes takes him. Rielly has to be covering the passing lane, or he has to just covering the other player. He joins Matthew Nyes. He's like, "I'll help you, sir." He goes, helps him, does nothing except just leaves fucking Schaefer wide open. Schaefer gets the puck, scores. Easiest goal a 2-year-old could have scored, because you don't leave a guy like that wide open. It's overtime. It's 3-on-3 hockey. There's a lot more ice. I don't know what Rielly was doing. He was on drugs all night. He's fucked up. Must have got into some shit, because he was horrible. Horrible. Absolutely god awful. That was his fault. That was his fault. And that is why we lost the game. So that's pretty much it. We'll get into the stats right here in a second. Looking at it here, I mean, just look at the plus minus. I mean, Stetcher was a -1. Who was he playing with today? Morgan Rielly. It's not Stetcher's fault. Michelli, that's the thing. The Michelli, Tavares, Nyes line didn't look that good. Nyes, I think, played good in overtime, but apart from that, that line was invisible. Johnny T has to step up. He's playing horrible, in my opinion, over the course of the past few games. And Morgan Rielly, this dude was a -4. The Islanders scored 4 goals, guys. You do the fucking math. He was on the ice for every single Islanders goal and not one Toronto goal. That is a fucking joke. And you can't see it here, but he had 27 minutes of ice time. 27 minutes of ice time. Matt Benning, I think he had 13 minutes of ice time. I didn't even notice him. It was perfect. When you don't notice a defenseman, that's how you know he's doing okay. I don't want to know that you're there. The problem now is McCabe's injured. So we're missing McCabe, Tanev, Carlo. McCabe and Tanev are our 2 best defensemen on the entire team, and now they're both injured. I don't know how long McCabe's out for. They didn't say. They'll know more probably today. We'll probably see a report. Probably as soon as I post this video, we're going to see the report. So we'll see what happens there. I pray to God he's not injured, really bad. I hope it's just, if it is an injury, I hope it's just something minor where we might have to go maybe 2 or 3 games without him. So that'll maybe get you about a week. But if I see that they put him on LTIR, we are fucked. We are so fucked. That means that you got to call up Rafai or Thrun. But our D-core is basically an AHL D-core. And Rielly doesn't even count. He shouldn't even be in the AHL. Shouldn't even be in any hockey league ever. Now take a look at this. I just pulled this up. These are the top 10 worst defensemen this year based on plus minus. Jersey was injured for a while. That's Tyler Myers. Sorry, that said Philippe Myers. All these guys, a good chunk of them have been injured, so they haven't played as many games. They're also on dog shit teams. So do with this information as you wish. Rielly's 5th on that list. The Leafs are I think after tonight they might have jumped up to 18th in overall standings. Most of these teams, a good chunk of them, apart from Sandy Pilica, which that's a terrible plus minus being on the best team in our league or on our division. They're first, the Red Wings. But it's not even we're at the very bottom. You know what I mean? Even what's it called? Winnipeg, who's at the bottom. They're 32nd in the league. Their plus minus on their D-men is not as bad as Rielly's, which goes to show you Rielly's goddamn horrible. He is fucking horrible. He's a -15. He's a -15 after yesterday's game. -15. He is so fucking bad. absolute garbage on the ice for every goal. The cause for, I think, about two of them. You might be able to squeak it to three. You might be able to squeak it to three. But I think the first goal was Johnny T's fault. One of the other goals, I don't think was, like, to be honest, was his fault. But he was on the ice for all four. That goes to tell you something. Chief, whatever talk you and Treliving had with this fucking guy, it went nowhere. It went in through one ear and out the other. Nothing happened. Who cares if he showed up to practice every single day before the season started and that he was at the facility? Who gives a fuck? That was the excuse they used. Like, oh, we saw him in the facilities. He was training hard. That's what they're supposed to be doing. That's their fucking job. So I hope the conversation that they had with Rielly went, "Hey, waive your no move," and he said, "No, I don't want to. I want to stay." They said, "Okay, well, you got to show us that you could at least play better than the dog shit performance that you've been doing for the past 2 years. We don't care that you get 30, 40 points a season. Well, we do, but your defense is garbage." He was a minus 17 last year on a Atlantic winning division team. A minus 17. People are like, "Oh, but he's on the ice for four empty net goals." Okay, so that just goes to show you that you can't trust him. He's a $7.5 million player that you can't trust when you're on a PK, when the goalie's pulled, which is basically a PK at that point. He's not trusted. He can't be trusted in any defensive situation at all. The only reason Chief had to use him was because McCabe got injured. But still, even if McCabe was injured, I still wouldn't throw Rielly out there. I'd throw fucking Benning out there before him because at least Benning wasn't a minus. Benning wasn't a minus, and he blocked like three hard shots. Like, he was playing okay. I'd put him on there way before that fucking idiot. He's garbage. We need to trade him. You gotta get him to waive the no move. You are not winning a Stanley Cup with 7.5 million locked up for the next 3 or 4 years with this fucking idiot. I get it. He took a pay cut at the time, but now he's not even playing like a $7.5 million player. To me, he's playing like a $3 million defenseman. You can say, I don't give a fuck what you say. You can say, oh, but he's got 25, 26 points this year, whatever the hell he has. I don't give a shit about the points. The points mean nothing when, if you're on the ice for 26 goals because you got 26 points and you're still a minus 17, you are absolutely garbage at your job. So say, people can comment and say, fucking, oh, look, he's got this many points. That's good for a defenseman. Yeah, but look how many fucking goals he's been on the ice for. So he's got 20, whatever he has, 25, 26 points. So he should be a plus 26 in that case, you'd think. Or at least a plus 10 or a plus 15, something like that, if he has like almost 30 points. But no, he's a minus 15. That is absolutely garbage. Garbage. Obviously, yeah. So I was just joking about the plus minus. You're not obviously gonna have a high plus minus if you get a lot of points, but your plus minus should not. It should be, in my opinion, closer to the 0 mark. Like, even Jake McCabe's a plus 25 or 26. He's only played like whatever, like 10 or 12 games. He's a plus 8. Benoit's a minus because, yeah, he's had a little bit of an off, but his minus isn't as bad as Rielly's. I know he doesn't play as much minutes, but anytime they play Benoit with Rielly, he's on the ice for a goal. They just switched Stetcher. Stetcher's been like I think he's like a plus 15 or something like that, or plus 12. They switched him to Rielly. He was a minus. You put anybody with this guy, he makes your team worse. He is worse. He makes people around him worse. He's a liability to the team. I don't know what else I can fucking say about this guy other than we need to move him. If he's still on our team, if he is still on this team, by the end of this season, we're done. We're not winning anything until that contract's off the books. We won't win shit with Rielly as our top number one defenseman. You're not winning nothing. Tree better get this fucking guy out of here. If he doesn't want to leave, that's fine. If he says I don't want to play, or he says I don't want to leave, I want to still play for this team, bench him, scratch him. You don't need him. Eventually, teams have done it before. It's a sad sight to see, but if he's not fucking waving, then he could fuck off. He doesn't play. And then he'll eventually get to the point where he's like, okay, I want to leave. The fans turn against him. You're just an overall hated person. You eventually leave. Then you make a deal and see if you can fucking trade him to Vancouver. I'm sure Vancouver will welcome with open arms. And then from there, you can see what you can pull back from Vancouver. Anyone's better than him. Anyone. He's absolute dog shit. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. I don't know what else I can say. Right now, I'm just shit talking Rielly, but we went over the whole game. So that's pretty much it. Leafs lose. We'll see what happens next game. We're probably going to get fucking walked. Just like how Rielly got walked on fucking both of Schaefer's goals. Because he's dog shit. But that's it for this one, though, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.